Well, good morning, adventurers. We have officially made it to another state on our RV road trip. That's right, y'all. We are in Montana.
Or should I say, yeehaw!
Much more appropriate.
Yeah.
It might be the dead of winter right now, but the weather is holding off, so we are going to take this as an opportunity to see as much of Montana as we possibly can before the winter weather sets in. All right, let's go see what the Big Sky State is all about.
When you think of Montana, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Because for us, it's the amazing nature. There are mountain ranges at every turn, rolling hills, beautiful streams meandering through valleys, and since it's wintertime, everything is covered in a dusting of snow, so it's extra magical.
And of course, Montana is known for some delicious food, from huckleberry desserts to fried comfort food, and even perfectly smoked barbecue. And you will not believe how many charming small towns there are in Montana. It seems like every road leads to a little mining town that's stuck in time. There are even deserted ghost towns that are actually literally stuck in time.
And we definitely do not want to miss what just might be the strangest sport known to man. Yep, that is a human being skiing behind a horse. When in Montana, I guess. Well, y'all, it is official. We are in Montana. We just passed the Idaho state line. But before we go any further, we are going to try what is considered the best shake ever. In fact, there are tons of billboards on the way here saying so. They start even in Idaho. But this isn't just any ordinary milkshake, y'all. This has a very special Montana twist. It should be like delicious Montana in a cup, but really cold,
Well
like
said.
it is now.
Well, it was well set up till this point.
Well, it's the best shake ever. It doesn't have to have the best presenter ever. Dang, I can't even do that right.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
This spot is the St. Regis Travel Center, and the reason you should stop is to try this famous little ditty. This is their Huckleberry Shake. Huckleberries are actually very famous here in Montana because I guess western Montana is the perfect condition to grow a huckleberry. Huckleberries are these tiny red and purple berries that are kind of related to blueberries and cranberries. I don't know that I've ever had a huckleberry in my entire life.
I think I only knew it was that line from Tombstone. I didn't know it was a real thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm your huckleberry.
This is my huckleberry. That is an absolute delight. The way they make this is they squeeze a bunch of syrup into the bottom and then they mix in the ice cream and then they put it in a little spinner that spins it all up and infuses it all. So you know what it reminds me of is a cream saver. Do you remember those? I think they were popular like in the 90s.
And they make their huckleberry goo right in house.
Is it called huckleberry goo?
Their huckleberry syrup goo. It's tart like a cherry, but really sweet. Yeah, I have not had this flavor before, I don't think, from a berry. We finally remembered to get a magnet. It might be the cutest little magnet we've gotten so far. And sadly, since all the bears are hibernating, it might be the only one we see this trip.
Don't look now, but there's a bear in the RV.
Well, now there's two bears. Jeff has a buddy.
Oh yeah, this is Jeff. He's our little good luck charm.
And this is Monty.
Yeah, this is Monty, I guess. There you go. You just sit right there.
All right.
First RV park in Montana. It's looking pretty good.
Sadly, we had a heck of a time finding RV parks that were still open this time of year, and we didn't find a single one in Missoula that had any water available. So we're gonna be off-grid-ish.
For some reason, all the RV parks in this area don't have their water turned on. I guess they don't have a heating element or something. So we have to fill up our tank. They have this one single spot, A1, that has, I guess this is like a heated thing that keeps the pipes from freezing. So we gotta fill up here and then go to that spot right there. This is when that 40-gallon tank comes in handy though. It lasts pretty long. That's all. So yesterday we arrived into the city of Missoula. On this trip, we're trying not to spend too much time in the bigger cities. So we ended up this morning heading down south about an hour and a half to the Burket Wilderness area. And when they say wilderness, they mean it. Apparently there's just acres and acres of undeveloped land that you can just freely roam. There are trailheads everywhere. And we are on a mission to find one of those trailheads today.
Whoops.
Oh, jeez. I think we're on the rough road already. But yeah, we really want to see as much nature as we can considering we're in the dead of winter. So we are heading out into the mountains right over yonder. Turns out a bunch of this trail is basically a big sheet of ice, just like this. I've got this awesome tread on my boots, but it's really not doing the trick. So we're gonna upgrade, y'all. So look, these have little teeth that dig into the ice and the snow as you're walking. We learned our lesson. We actually went to the Grand Canyon once and it was a solid sheet of ice and we were slipping and sliding all over the place. So if there's any chance of ice, we're not taking a chance. We're bringing our little crampon thingies.
All right, I hope these fit my enormously large boots. Oh yeah.
How's it going up there?
Good, this is awesome. I know it's very snowy and icy, but it is so warm today. In fact, I think it might break a record for one of the warmest days in January. It's gonna be almost 50 today. I'm actually like sweating profusely under here, but it's kind of nice. We're like trudging through snow, but not freezing.
This is one of the reasons why we decided to stay in Montana and brave the winter, because we knew this next couple weeks at least were gonna be mild.
So we were like, all right, we're just gonna bust through Montana, see as much as we can, and then get the heck out.
Onward!
Onward. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's up the mountain I go.
We made it to the tippity top, the canyon overlook, y'all. Man, it's freaking grand.
Amazing.
You come upon all these epic rock formations that look like they've just been sitting here for millennia. But this is the real show over here. You see these big cliffs just like jutting out of the rock face. It looks like something out of Yosemite. And I just want to see a big majestic mountain goat right there or something.
We keep hearing things scuttering around in the woods. Is that a word, scuttering?
And maybe if we stop yelling at the top of our lungs, they'll come by. We've been the only ones on this hike, you guys. This is freaking sweet. And scene.
Oh my God.
So you guys know we have managed to make some very gourmet meals here. That's actually what we do most nights, but some nights we just need to cook a freaking pizza, you guys.
It is gluten-free though, so I don't know. Does that mean it's healthy?
Bad. Sometimes we take a gamble with these pizzas that we buy at these random grocery stores, and they can be a little pathetic.
We should have just gone out for dinner.
Yeah, probably. You guys, we've actually been having kind of a tough time sleeping lately. I think it's just been because of all the travel we have coming up, all the stuff we've been planning. It's been a little tough.
Yeah, our minds have been racing. Yeah. But we have recently started drinking Beam Dream before bed, and y'all, it is a game changer. It helped us fall right asleep.
Yeah, and we just wanted to give them a huge shout out for sponsoring this video. Beam has stuff in it like melatonin, L-theanine, magnesium, and their cinnamon cocoa flavor is basically like drinking a soothing cup of hot chocolate right before bed. And we really just end up feeling a lot more rested when we wake up the next day. So instead of your nights being like this, 1 sheep, 2 sheep. Do sheep count humans when they're trying to sleep? Did I remember to lock the door? Is reality just a simulation? They can be more like this. I'm not sure why I keep dreaming about being a lumberjack though.
I don't know, but step 1 would be growing a beard. Yo, this has seriously become our favorite part of our nighttime routine, and not just because I get to use the little frother, although it is so much fun. Check it out. It actually some nights replaces our nighttime snack, but there are only 15 calories in this sucker and there's no sugar added, so it's not like we're having some crazy sweet snack right before we try to go to sleep.
You can get Beam Dream and be on your way to better quality sleep. Just use the link below, or you can scan the QR code and use the code Endless Adventure to get up to 35% off.
This stuff works fast. We just finished this like 30 minutes ago and I'm already having a hard time keeping my eyes open. So I think that means it is officially time to hit the hay.
Well, good morning, adventurers.
Morning.
So we are actually just outside the town of Dillon. We ended up taking a bit of about a 2-hour drive south yesterday. We found an RV park that is still open. No one else is dumb enough to be RV camping in Montana in the middle of January, or actually it's February now.
Although it is unseasonably warm. Apparently it was almost 60 here yesterday, y'all. And our host actually told us that last week it was negative 42.
Yeah. So like 100-degree temperature change over the course of a week. What the heck?
It's insane.
So we're gonna take advantage of that at least while it lasts, and we are going to head into them there hills. And they are many and they are beautiful.
I think it's those hills.
Those hills, specifically those ones right over there. This is why I love having Ruby. We just pull up here, we disconnect, and then off we go. But this is the downside. She gets dirty in about 2 seconds, all right? This was all from that hike in the Bitterroot Wilderness.
That mud, I don't know what it is about our tires, but it shoots mud straight up. It's wild.
Yeah. All right, are you driving?
Yep.
All right, whisk me away.
All right.
Welcome to the hustling and bustling town of Bannack. It's only hustling and bustling if you're a ghost. This is a real proper ghost town, you guys. They say it's actually haunted.
But seriously, this is the coolest and best preserved ghost town that we have ever been in. There are still over 100 buildings left here.
Yeah, and they are very well preserved, you guys. Like, they've made a few modifications to keep them from, you know, completely falling down. But man, it is like stepping back into time. You can actually see photos from way back in the day of this town, and it looks more or less just like this. And we have it completely to ourselves, so it is extra creepy right now.
So how did this ghost town come to be? Well, back in 1862, they actually found gold in the river right over there, the little Grasshopper Creek. And they didn't just find a little bit of gold, y'all. They found all the gold. By today's standards, it would be about $1 billion worth of gold.
Yeah,
and apparently it was easy pickings. You could just bend over and grab it from the river.
Yeah, and then you could go shopping with that gold at the Mercantile right over there.
Yeah, no blasting, no mining, no nothing.
But like a lot of gold towns, it went boom and then it went bust.
Yes.
But in the hype of the boom cycle, this town had about 3,000 residents in it. Can you believe it? It's such a tiny town. When you get the view from up on the hill, there are 3,000 people here.
And this was actually the capital of Montana for a short while because it was booming so much.
It is so cool how you can just freely walk in any of these buildings.
This was the original courthouse for all of Montana and the surrounding area. And then eventually it became a hotel when this was no longer the state capital.
This is the haunted building in the town. So there is some ghost here that apparently the younger you are, the more likely you are to see it. So we probably won't be seeing any ghosts today.
But apparently she's a friendly older lady. So if you're here, hello, we're nice people.
All right, let's go find some ghosts.
Now this place is wild. I know it's been restored, but they left so much exposed. You can just see all the slats and all through the ceiling up there. I can't imagine staying here in the winter in what, the 1890s? It
must have been brutal, man.
Whew. The plus side is they didn't have to run any plumbing or electrical, because I don't think they had that then.
When you got a room back then, it was just a box. This was it. Well, howdy there, partner. Welcome on to Skinner's Saloon. Grab yourself a cold one, have a seat, and try not to get shot. And remember to tip your local musician, no matter how bad he may be. Well, we found the coolest building yet. This is Skinner's Saloon. Check it out, they have like the original bar right here. You can really get like a feel for how small and cramped it would be. So imagine this full of guys gambling, drinking, playing piano. Apparently it was a barbershop as well, I don't know.
And there was some good old-fashioned murdering that happened in here. I guess people would come in here, gamble, get a little carried away, and then have a shootout.
One thing we've noticed about a lot of these buildings in this town is that they cover the wood up with this like canvas draping material. So I don't know if that was just a way to make it feel less like a cabin or something, but I'm pretty sure all the walls used to be draped in that stuff.
And they've got some nice insulation up over there. It just looks like newspapers.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. La da dee, la da.
The lady at the front told us that the acoustics are still pretty stellar in here. And she was right!
Well, I'd love to pan for some gold, but the whole river's frozen over. What the heck? Perfect for moonwalking though. Oh! Wow! We found the jail, you guys. How'd you like to be holed up in this for a night, or a week, or a month?
Or maybe even years,
yeah,
who knows?
Maybe, I don't know. But this is very appropriate for this town because apparently it was a pretty vile and wicked place. There was a lot of shootouts here, a lot of people got killed. Their sheriff was known for a little bit of a vigilante justice, I guess, or I don't even know if justice is the right word for it, but apparently he deputized like 20 of his friends and they would pretty much just terrorize the people in this area and the surrounding areas. But I guess the whole thing came full circle because he ended up being hanged right here in the town of Bannack for his crimes.
Their own sheriff.
Yeah,
jeez.
What a story.
Did they finally lock you up for telling too many terrible jokes?
No, they locked me up because I was moonwalking too good. I was a smooth criminal.
Well, out here, I am the judge and jury, and you will be executed for that.
Locked up, they won't let me out, no. They won't let me out.
All right, so we ended up making it to Bozeman, and the weather held out for us on the way here, but it has since gotten really nasty. It's doing this really sad rain snow thing.
Yeah, so there's like big puddles everywhere, a little bit of snow, just some weird slushy crap coming down.
But we are not letting that stop us, y'all, because we have come here for a very important purpose. We are going to see something that is maybe the most Montana thing possible. Well, technically it's Norwegian, but you would think it was invented here in Montana. That's right. We're gonna go see some people do some skijoring.
What the heck is that? Wait till you see it.
Out.
That's right, you guys, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a horse pulling a skier on a little ski track. They're all competing to get the best time. It is known as skijoring.
In Big Sky, which is just south of Bozeman, they do skijoring competitions every year. And it just so happened that it lined up perfectly for the weekend we were wanting to be in Bozeman.
Man, this is one of my favorite things we've ever done. There's a huge crowd here. It's on a hill so you can see everything. They've got skiers going, flying through the course. They've got snowboarders.
I think there's gonna be some snowmobiles flying through the air later. And my favorite thing is that everyone's acting like this is totally normal and chill.
Yeah. It's really like a festival vibe. They have a bunch of tents with a bunch of different cool products from Montana. They have different distilleries, booze, food.
Yeah, what else could you hope for in Montana? People skiing behind cowboys in a snowstorm. Awesome, bucket list item.
If you're ready for a race on a Saturday, time, ready for action here in Big Sky, Montana. Watch him jump on.
So this may all look like pure chaos, but there is a method to the madness. This is a proper competition. They actually have little posts in the ground and the skiers have to go left or right depending on the color. And it's a time trial, so they're trying to see who can get from start to finish the quickest. And it's a team, the horse rider and the skier, and then they switch on and off apparently. So you have to be able to ride the horse and you have to be able to be pulled by the horse. And man, sometimes people really wipe out. We've seen a lot of skiers wipe out. Multiple people have fallen clean off of their horse. Luckily they've been okay, but man, falling off a horse is something I never want to experience. So that's for like hardened Montana cowboys and cowgirls, not me. I'm more of a city slicker. You ready for it? You ready? Woo!
The dogs are like, yeah. The dogs like, hard.
In addition to booze, they also have delicious food here, y'all. We found a barbecue food truck that has macaroni and cheese with smoked meatballs. This one's pulled pork and brisket.
Look how creamy this macaroni is. You can see like all the herbs and pepper and stuff in there and all the cheese. Look at this freaking brisket. Oh my God, you guys. There's my bite right there. Oh my God. It is so salty and deliciously cheesy. You really can taste the char on the meat, and you can see just how like really moist it is. Gluttonous meat, but delicious. Look at that cheese. They also have a bunch of free samples of booze, so if I drink enough of those, I'm wondering if I'll have the balls to hop on a snowboard and get pulled behind one of those horses. What do you think?
I would love to see that. Love it.
How long would I last? Like some guys lose the rope like halfway through. I'd probably lose it the minute the horse started
I don't
going.
know that you would make it out of the gate, to be honest. I love you, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with just watching and eating and drinking. Beauty. That's officially the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Dogs, whatever. Cats, whatever. Pigs, man, that's where it's at. Who knew?
Didn't you just eat a pig? Well, y'all, I think that's gonna do it for our experience at the 2024 Montana Big Sky Skijoring.
Man, that was so much more wild than I ever imagined.
That was a freaking hoot, man. And the booze was flowing, you guys.
Oh,
everyone was so drunk off their ass. Not us, though. We only had a couple drinks, all right?
It was mostly just fun people watching and then obviously competition watching.
Yeah, it was incredible.
But this is the non-glamorous side.
Look at this parking lot. It's just snow and slop.
Well, I feel a lot better for us than the contestants, because if you fall on that track, you fall into horse manure.
Yeah.
So at least that's not out here.
But man, if you can make it to one of these skijoring events, they have them in other states, definitely go. It is like nothing we've ever done before. Probably the funnest event we've ever been to. We had a freaking blast.
It's a good crowd too. They are drunk.
Where are you going with that?
They are drunk and ready for a good time.
Okay. Got there. Jeez, y'all. Winter came, whether we liked it or not.
We definitely should not still be here.
Yeah.
This is a little dicey, y'all.
The roads, at least from what we can see right here, are pretty freaking frozen. There's a good few inches of snow on top of everything, and it is not stopping anytime soon, it seems.
We were actually supposed to be headed down to West Yellowstone today, but obviously we're not going to do that. So instead, we're going to go explore Bozeman and Little Ruby and see just how bad it is.
Yeah.
We made it to downtown Bozeman, and it is uber charming down here, y'all. It's like the tiny ghost towns, but way bigger.
But yeah, since we're basically stuck here, we decided we were gonna try one more kind of Montana-inspired dish, and it's at a charming little cafe that's right over there. So this is the Western Cafe. It is known as the last best cafe. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but it comes highly rated, I know that.
I think it's cafes, maybe they're a dying breed, especially the greasy spoon type.
But we ended up getting a seat right here at the counter, and it is freaking classic. They've got the bar here. They're just serving up a bunch of classic like breakfast dishes.
And we ordered 2 of their most popular things, and I cannot wait. My tummy is ready.
Well, we completely scored, you guys. Look at this delicious piece of chicken fried steak here, and they put it on top of a bed of gravy, and then we've got some over medium eggs over here.
I went with the Bobcat special, y'all. This is cinnamon roll French toast. You can see the cinnamon swirl, and of course a side of bacon, hash browns, eggs.
So I'm pretty sure they cut this beef fresh every single day in the back. All right, I'm not gonna get too big of a bite this time, you guys. This is the key. They put it on a bed of this delicious gravy with all kinds of like herbs and meat in there. It tastes like a bite of American diner. The gravy is super flavorful. There's tons of flavor in the steak. You can see it's nice and crunchy because they got these like fried bits on the outside of it. That's what really makes it. It's nice and tender on the inside and this really nice crunch. It's definitely one of the best that I've ever had, maybe outside of Texas. Because some of them in Texas are pretty freaking good, you guys. But this gives it a run for its money.
Well, cinnamon roll French toast is about as magical as it sounds. I mean, they breaded and pan-fried a cinnamon roll, and then I put butter and syrup all over it. Oh my God. Sometimes French toast is really light and airy, but this is not. It's like a full-on pastry that they've freaking fried up. I'm gonna have to figure out how to recreate this at home. French toast is good, but cinnamon roll French toast, holy moly.
Well, yesterday we decided to leave Bozeman and take the interstate around because according to the internet, it was very clear. And it was. And we actually came back down to the Dillon area, which we stayed at earlier in the video, and everything was clear, everything was great, and then we woke up to this.
Y'all, so we've been trying to avoid this winter storm that has just been sitting perfectly south of us, right in between us and Idaho, where we want to get to.
It's a 30-mile stretch, basically.
We waited because we thought the storm would be done last night. Turns out they extended it by another day, and it came up north and got us.
Yeah.
So.
And the storm's gonna be going for the next couple days, so we could wait it out, but we want to get the heck out of here before it gets worse. So we're gonna brave the road. We're just gonna take it slow, we're gonna go straight, and we're gonna get there, all right?
Yeah, we're gonna get there, dang it.
Clementine's gonna take us there, and Ruby. All right, we can see the edge of the storm. It's like this really pronounced hard line. So it has turned to rain. We are pretty much out of this thing. So ultimately, I'm glad we decided to leave today because I think this was only gonna get worse if we had waited. We had a blast in Montana. We didn't get to do everything we wanted to do because, you know, a lot of the areas were snowed in, a lot of stuff was closed, all that stuff, but we made the most of it considering it was the dead of winter. Of course, we'll reference everything we did in the description below if you wanna recreate our trip to Montana. All right, but I guess we're potato bound because we're in Idaho.
Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.